Midwest SPL, louder than ever, bringing you the fire. It's DJ Rusticles.
Yes. Extra fat. So there's Brett. What's up, Brett? That dude's my friend. You better be down with his homework. Hit the wrong button. Screw it. Hey,
Hey everybody, how's it going?
We'll go live now.
Doing it live.
Hit the wrong button. Anyway, this is episode 35. Thank you for watching. So right now it's just me and Jake.
Just hanging out.
Donnie went out to grab some beer, and
so
Thomas may or may not show up. We'll see what happens.
I guess I'll answer this question here. Thomas Pickles.
We're gonna jump right in it, huh?
Yeah, man. Honestly, I would not do that. If I were you, it'd be.
What's Thomas's question?
I mean, I guess if you were really careful in gain matching, but on like a 12-volt system, the Assault 8 is going to do a good bit more power.
Oh, that's some of the old NS1s. Look at that.
Yeah.
How will the new high fidelity amps compare to the SAX line?
The little mini hi-fis, I assume.
And which amp line are we talking about? The SDX?
I think he's talking about the SDX, the new mini hi-fis. So you're probably talking about the old SAX AB amps, AB amps,
they were
solid,
beautiful. One of my
solid,
favorites.
proven amplifiers. Yeah,
the old 100.4s, man.
Yeah,
I love them things.
With the new full range Class Ds like being so good, they're gonna sound every bit as good as the old SAXs, and they're gonna be a quarter the size. And dollar to watt is better. I mean, they're gonna be a great value. Really great value for what they are.
I really like the new look that you're doing with these.
The
I guess maybe we can pull this up for the people so they can see.
Yeah, the cast aluminum heat sink. It's extremely expensive to do cast aluminum heat sinks, which is why you only usually see big companies doing it, like Rockford Fosgate and stuff.
Yeah.
But luckily, these
they
amps
have that cool old school look.
Yeah.
I really like it. Did you post that on the Sundown Facebook page?
I did.
Let's see if I can pull
And if you go into the comments, I actually posted the more recent rendering that has our actual logo on it, too.
Let's see if I can pull this up here.
But yeah, the cast aluminum casings are really expensive to do, which is why, again, you don't see it very often, especially on boutique brands.
We're doing pretty good this year. Why not?
Yeah, I figured. Well, they're also really small, and the tooling cost is directly related to the size.
Right.
So I was able to pull it off on there.
It's
so
all cast. All right.
There it is. That's
let me pull this up for the people. Let me press the right button over here.
Yeah. Can they see it yet?
Not yet. Hold on. I got
Down in the comments, I posted one that's a little more updated too.
this one right here. There we go. Boom. All right. So, kind of show us what we're looking at here.
Yeah.
This is a quick rendering. This is not 100% yet, right?
Yeah. It's pretty close. The logo will be their actual logo. And that part number is not correct. That's the 2 ohm power rating. I'm going by 4 ohm power rating on these, so it'll be called 100.6.
So you said down here you...
yeah, some guy said the logo looks funny, and then I showed him the more updated drawing.
Let's see if I can find
There it is. The guy with Rob Land, I believe. Yeah.
Let's click there we go.
So that one. You see, I actually put the Sundown Audio logo there. And the RCAs will be Tiffany style.
Right.
As
what
opposed
are these connectors? These connectors here, they all pop out so you can screw your wire in, right?
Yeah, they're like little removable connectors.
Okay. What are those called? I forget. Oh God, I forget. I used to know that name.
Yeah.
Anyway, so
but they're like the old PPI amps like that.
So these you would pull these out, put your wire in. There's a little screw on the bottom, the set screw. You screw it in, pop it back in the amplifier.
Yep.
And in this little piece right here, you would take that off, and that hides the crossover settings and all that good stuff.
And another feature of this line is it's moderately water resistant, so it's not waterproof, but the board is going to be coated like the original SAM amps.
Right.
So it's not going to hurt them. Like if they're on a boat or in an ATV, but they're in like an enclosed cavity or something, they'll be fine for that.
Oh, I gotta press buttons over here. There we go.
Hey, Steve Herman, what did you think about it? Is that pretty good? Steve Herman's looking at the giant phallus here.
So I was going to not say anything about that. I was just going to let it be there. So anyway, look in front of Jacob, we have a new subwoofer that will be coming out probably within the next month or so. You might see it come out. When do we? Oh, is this thing on? There we go. Your mic wasn't on. There you go.
Check.
Boom. So
click.
This
boom.
subwoofer in front of us. This is an E version 4, so we're now getting rid of the V3, which has been out for a good 4 years, I'd say.
5.
Holy shit already.
2015.
Is it this side?
See if you can...
It's that side.
The side with the red light, Thomas. See if you can move that so people can see that cast frame. You can just flip it upside down.
It's still stamped.
Or stamped, that's
it looks
right.
cast. Can you guys see that at all?
Yeah, we can see that.
It's actually, you know what? I'll just turn it upside down.
There you go. We have to do a zoom on these cameras. So on the bottom, you can't.
Yep.
The light's shining too much.
So
right where in the center, which you can't really see on the camera because the light's shining on it.
Does it say Sundown
It
enough?
does say
it
Sundown.
does right there.
And it says EV4 on it.
And every basket leg has Sundown on it.
Yeah.
So this is a stamp basket that I made to look identical to the U Series and SA version 2 basket, so the line's a little more consistent cosmetically.
Right.
This frame's also a thicker metal and a stronger design geometrically.
Gotcha.
Also, and the newest EV3s had the motor bolts already, but we carried that through. Motor is basically the same as the EV3. Then we have the vent ring too, the traditional Sundown vent ring here.
Yeah, that's the old school vent ring from the
from the SA
series.
Classic. Yeah.
So, we like
So
to
that
use old parts.
increases the thermal power handling a little bit, and that's the main highlights are the frame and the vent ring.
The old frame was a vented frame with a solid spacer, right?
There was no spacer on the V3.
There was no spacer on the
just a
V3?
solid front with a frame with like vent holes cut in it.
Right.
And for the LCS, we're going to use the same frame, and we're going to do that because
Okay.
the LCS is a budget line.
Right.
This spacer is not free.
We're going to use that frame on the LCS.
Yeah, the LCS version 2.
Okay, and that's coming out sometime. So this particular woofer, we're looking at a time frame probably within the next month or two.
Yeah.
We got to get rid of all the EV3 stuff first, and then there comes that. So we're pretty much sold out of EV3s. Most of the dealers are taking them now, I believe, right? I'm pretty sure
We're shipping out a bunch of V3s. They're going fast.
Cool.
I think Derek just told me the E12 V3 D4s are sold out.
Jesus.
And we just got like like a half a container of them the other day.
Power rating. Are we going to do same power rating?
I'm going to leave the power rating alone and also the price.
So we're going to keep it at $500 and the price will be the same, or 500 watts.
500
and
watts.
The price will be the same.
Yep.
$500.
$500 for an E.
How dare you, Brian? Now their price point on those is about $150-ish, somewhere in that range. I think is what we'd sell those retail for.
Yeah, same as the V3. So
Yep.
I was able to negotiate a little bit, even though it costs a little bit more to make because this frame's a lot thicker. We got the spacer. I was able to negotiate due to quantity.
That's good.
to get it basically.
Hopefully
to
we
the
can
customer
get
for the
enough
same-
in and out of here and get them sold and get them out on the market and see
Yeah.
what people think of them. Have we done any real world testing with these yet?
Not really,
you know?
but I mean, honestly, like I said, the only effective material changes are the frame and the vent ring. Like I use, so we don't have to confuse customers with recones. Like the cone and the spider are the same part and all that.
Yeah, it's all the same. We just probably have to align the coil differently.
Yeah,
most
yeah,
likely.
that's it.
Well, that makes it
Because
easy
basically
on
the
us.
V3 was a great sub, and
V-
I couldn't think
the
of
V3
anything.
has
Yeah.
definitely proved itself. Back when Derek was testing those, I think he had like an NS2 on 4 of them,
Yeah, he was killing it.
on like quarter of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was ridiculous.
What was he
man.
doing, Brandon? Brandon, do you remember what SPL he was doing with that?
I don't.
It was very impressive.
Insane. It was upper 50s if I remember correctly.
Yeah, yeah.
Let's see what kind of other questions
They're
we got
pretty.
here.
Where's Donnie?
Donnie went to go get beer.
BWRUN.
Okay. I wanna point something out. With as much as this says Sundown all over it, you can see it on the dick cam or whatever it is. Jacob actually made a mistake, and we have a new triple joint ring, and I won't disclose the amount,
Oh man.
but it does not say Sundown on
yeah.
it.
And if you know me,
anywhere.
you won't believe that I forgot to write Sundown on a
It
part.
says
Oh man.
nothing.
Yep.
It is just a part. And I tell you what, if you blow your sub and you catch it, it's an Easter egg hunt. You
Yep.
won.
Yep.
Because
I put
there's
the-
only so many of them.
So like the frame has it on every leg, the vent ring has it, the terminal has it, the magnet boot, the back,
Yep.
and these small triple joint rings even say it.
Yeah, the old triple joint rings that no matter what size says Sundown on it, twice, right? Twice, maybe even 4 times. But the new one, the heavy duty one, and there goes my
There, you're back. You're back.
I'm just
the
over
new
here
one, the
pressing
heavy
buttons.
duty one. I was the first person to hold it because Jake was just like, I want you to marvel in this, and like, yeah, it was cool.
It's really good.
And then after like 5 minutes, I was like, it doesn't say Sundown on it anywhere.
This
And
is,
he was just like, oh. And then he picked up his phone and started
is this on the,
China right
new
away.
ones? We're
Yeah,
using
the,
for the 3-inch
XL
model?
triple joint ring. I
Oh.
forgot to put
They're
Sundown
awesome.
on it. Yeah.
It happens.
It's just the small continuous improvements that we always do. You know, like
Yep.
what up?
So, Thomas, you haven't been on here in a while. How are you?
Fuck everybody.
All right. Thanks. What's going on in?
Except for Kyle, because you love Kyle.
Kyle's great. Kyle's.
we
I
got
like
Kyle.
having Kyle around.
Did you see?
It
Tell him
was-
about what Kyle did at lunch today.
It was different to see that there's a man at lunch getting more attention from other men than me.
Yeah, it's
That
true.
was great.
It's a true story.
That was great.
some of the
So
servers and shit.
Everybody.
just everyone, he's
Everybody's like, "Who's that big hunk of man
So
over
he's
there?"
the one
you
getting all the
want to see the
limes.
picture of me sitting next to him, like I just look like shit. You know? But he okay. So if anyone out there has ever had Sapporo, Sapporo is it's a pretty premium beer. It's one of my
Premium.
It's one of my favorite go-tos.
Donnie, I don't know what you're doing, but maybe
When I'm out
pass
and
me a
about,
beer,
it's-
please.
You know, it goes really good with like spicy food.
Yeah,
and
it
stuff
does.
like that. So the can is impossible to crush. We've never
Oh
had.
yeah, it's ridiculously hard.
We've never got anyone to crush it.
It's thick and it's a
Uh,
specific shape. It makes it a lot harder.
Yeah,
to
it's like it's engineered to just ship, and like nothing ever. It's overkill, like Jake's shit. And the only person we ever saw crush one was Gary, and he's using both hands and the table to like, crunch it over just a bit. And he was like, "There you go." And he's like, "That sucked." And I was sitting there, I was hyping up the whole thing. I was like, "Dude, you're not gonna be able to crush this can, Kyle. You're not gonna." And he's like, "I'll try." Kyle's fingers are like bratwursts,
A Sapporo can. A Sapporo
those
can
of
looks
you-
like this,
Right.
You know,
And-
like this
and-
lighter. He's just like, yeah.
and he just took it and with one hand, I can't even dent it. As hard as I try, I can't put a dent in it. And he just mangled the thing.
Yeah, he did.
The picture's somewhere on Facebook. You can find it. He
On the Book of Face.
dude,
Book of Face.
And then he was just like, "Oh, like that?" And I was like, I got no words. I was like, except for that, I'm not fucking with you, ever.
Thomas's face looked like after you hit a puppy with a newspaper in the corner, and he was like, "I'm sorry, Mr. Kyle."
I really didn't. Because the whole time I was just like, "You're not gonna be able to crush this can, man. You're not gonna be able to crush it." And he's like, "Oh, like that?" I was like, Jesus.
Yep. So
I was hoping he could be.
Thomas
here. He could
Pickles
verify
has
that
a
story.
Thomas Pickles has a question.
Yeah, man.
I
And,
turned myself into a pickle.
So Thomas, I don't know if you're the guy I spoke with over the phone earlier today, but I had a guy on the phone with a very similar experience and/or questions, basically stating that the sound that he was getting out of his SFB, he enjoyed it, but it was a different sound. I guess because he thought that because a lot of people use these full range amplifiers for PA style drivers. Maybe he was getting more of that style of sound, more of a punch, maybe.
Well, a lot of times it comes down to how the crossovers are set, and for a lot of people, or like if you have like a Korean, like an NS1, like it was a 6,500 watt Korean. If you have that sucker running at half an ohm, it's going to put out a lot more power than like a SFB 8000 at 1 ohm. That's one potential scenario.
Let's say same power, same crossover settings, same input coming in from the radio.
Yeah,
is there going to be a difference in that sound?
And it's also could come down to the crossover setting, or if you're talking like really low frequencies, we always test the SFBs at 40 hertz, which they do very strongly at that. I mean, you're going to roll off a little bit more down towards the 20 hertz than like the standard Korean stuff.
Okay, so maybe there's just a little more lower end.
Like at the very bottom levels notes, like 20 hertz and stuff, you might notice a little difference there, but it shouldn't be like staggering or anything. But I think the biggest thing is, a lot of people used to run a Korean and a half, and it's a little bit different story.
Signal noise ratio in general is different on that woofer too.
Yeah, I mean they're just totally different amps.
Play a role.
Like a standard amp, like a Korean amp, is like after 200 hertz, there's nothing. So that's like another thing that right there that you might be experiencing as well.
Yep.
On the top end.
And then Donnie, you're a Charleston paranormal guy. He wanted you to talk about some kind of beer run.
Your mic is wrong though, D.
Yeah. You know better, Donnie. What are you doing?
I
Red light. Remember red light.
Red light.
This is a red light right here.
Yeah, he's speaking to the red light.
Mine was a little.
How you been doing this for 2
fucky.
years now? How do you not know?
We've been doing this for 2.
Almost. Well, damn near. Yeah. This month coming up will be the second year when I started it. But then we had almost an 8-month hiatus.
Dude, I'm super tired. This week's been,
Oh yeah, that makes more sense.
this week's been nuts. Like I'm just drained. I don't even know. Just
We've been busy.
we've been really busy. Like I'm just tired.
I want to say thank you real quick to a lot of the international dealers. International dealers, things get a little sketchy. A lot of times they'll place an order or two, and then I might not hear from them for a while. But they've been very consistent this year, just like a lot of our other dealers. But seems like internationally we're picking up a lot lately, so that's a good thing. I don't know if
You can throw this out.
like the tariffs are down in other countries or something's going on that route, but we're getting a lot more international orders. So, what's your thoughts on that, Jake? Do you know anything about the tariffs in other countries and if they're going up or down?
I don't think they've been changing at all. I don't know. I think we're just kind of gaining momentum globally.
That's always good. We've always had. Oh, thank you very much, Mr. Chambliss. Very similar name of mine.
Oh dang! Look at that.
Beer's on you. Well, thanks.
Bye.
If you change a couple letters, they're like the same guy.
All right.
It's like
Thanks, buddy.
He's like Bizarro World Brian.
Is that me?
It's like Bizarro World
Why the
Brian.
fuck am I sending myself 24
And
hours?
just above that guy is Brett Chamberlain.
Yep.
That's
my son.
But that guy's
Oh,
like.
I thought that
That would be
No, that's
hilarious
what-
if that guy
he's
was like.
watching.
you let your son watch this.
He shouldn't be.
That would be hilarious if he was like Bizarro Brian, and then we finally meet him, and he's like, you know what? I don't like sex at all. And I'm fairly regular.
Total opposite.
Oh, the beer run.
Yeah.
So we were drinking. It was me, Paranormal, Chris, and this guy named Dale and this guy named Chuck, who were there for a fraternity reunion. And we ran out of beer. We drank it all. And it was like 2 a.m. or something like that. And there's one place in Savannah that's 24 hours. And so Chris and Dale went to go get beer for us. And this homeless guy, or I guess he was homeless, approached them and asked for money. And the way I understand it is Chris was like, "Oh, okay, I gotta go bye," and then, like left, and then because Dale came back, he's like, "Really, Chris just left me." And the way that Chris described this guy was he looked like Rick James. So this guy looked like Rick James came up to him and asked him for money. Yeah. And then I guess he got, there was some sort of beer special, but you had to have like a card or something. He's like, well, how do I get a card? And they're like, well, we don't have the cards. And they're like, well.
It was like a members only beer place.
Yeah. Well, it was like it's like a, what is it called? It's called like Parker something. It's a 24-hour place in Savannah. I think that's the only one. I don't think it's like a chain or anything. I don't know. But he finally was just like, it was like the total was like $13 or something. He's like, here's $20. Please leave me alone. Here you go, and just like walked out. Huh. But we got beer, so thanks, Chris. That was awesome.
Thank you very much. And Sam's Dunn's asking a question about the SA10 with the tool frame.
That was something Chris Munson did.
Oh, okay. I was like,
yeah.
The Munsons, the Apex, they were playing around with some stuff over there, just seeing what they can do.
I think you've been had. I'm not sure that was a genuine article.
I
think Chris might have been trolling.
Oh, it probably was. I mean, I'm busy, man. That would not work out very easily. It'd be hard to build that. You can build it, but good Lord, it'd be a bitch to build.
What is it? I wasn't listening.
Take an SAV2 motor and put a Sundown frame on it. First and foremost, the coil size is wrong for all the spiders that fit on that, so we'd have to do some funny business there, especially on the spider.
Yeah.
The cone you can neck down easily, but the spider would be a bitch.
Yeah, that ain't happening.
You could do 2 triple joint ring setup, stagger them.
What did you say about spider bolt downs? I heard spider bolt down.
I don't think so, Donnie.
That is a spider bolt down right there. Actually, a lot of the, like all the SAs use and this EV4, that's got a spider bolt down. Is there a ring that sits on top of that spider in there?
Well,
huh?
I don't remember if this one is one piece.
Just feel it. You can get your finger in there. There you go. Good boy.
Yeah, this is just a one piece. It's just got the plastic one that bolts down on top of everything.
Okay.
Like the SD4 has a 2-piece, like a riser and then a metal.
All right, and then in India apparently the tariffs are the same. So I don't know. Yeah, that COVID thing. So just like here in America, I guess a lot of other countries did a similar stimulus. I guess.
Well, I think he's just saying people are freaked out and they're like, "Oh, we're all gonna die," so they're trying to spend their money while they can.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
Maybe buy a bunker, because that's what I would do if I had the extra money. Get ready for the shit. Let's see.
My dumb ass bought a bunch of soup. I hadn't eaten any of it.
Dude, okay, so when shit the fan, when everybody was freaking out, I went and bought 2 things. Well, 3 things.
Toilet paper.
Corned beef hash.
So I bought a shit ton of corned beef hash.
I bought some corned beef hash too, but I've been eating it.
And a shit ton of canned mixed vegetables, because why not? And a lot of other people weren't buying it. So there's your protein, your carbs, and all your minerals from your vegetables right there. And then
I bought a Megadeth record.
Yeah, man.
And then I tried to get toilet paper because I just needed toilet paper. I didn't go out when everybody else did.
Now there's no paper towels. Have you noticed that?
It's also no Megadeth.
Bullshit.
You got to order them on Amazon, man.
The
Presto brand paper towels are pretty good.
So I really enjoy the Viva brand. It's like my brand, Viva. Okay.
Oh, those are the really nice ones.
Yeah,
I didn't pay you too much.
I spend good money on paper because I enjoy, first off my ass. So I get the.
I get it on toilet paper, but not on the paper towel.
So for the toilet paper, I get I enjoy the Walmart brand. Oddly enough, the Walmart brand Mega Rolls, the super strong ones.
The Target brand toilet paper is really good.
I like Presto
over Charmin.
Didn't I give you a roll of the Presto?
And the Viva, Viva is like buying shop towels, damn near. Yeah. And it's the same price as the Brawny. Was that the other brand? And it's so much better.
It's like a quarter of the sheets.
Yeah, and you can't. Right, it doesn't break.
Damn, Steve.
Yeah, Steve Herman bought a bunch of alcohol. I did that too, but I'm not still drinking it because I drink it all.
What happened here? Bought a massive amounts of alcohol. Yeah. It sounds like something Jake would do.
I see Justin's talking about the NS8. I have the cone sample on the way to me physically, but I'm still waiting on the spider. Then I'll be able to build one, the first one. pretty soon.
I thought you already did one. Was that just like?
I just have the basket on the
hey-
motor.
Oh, okay. Like this is how it might look.
Yeah, and then I wanted to wait until like my basket patent was granted fully and all that to move forward.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, Debbie. Hey, have a seat.
No, gotta go.
Oh.
I just let you know I need a new cable for my monitor.
Did,
Whoa,
it, did
whoa.
it do that fuzzy thing again? Okay.
Which cable? Because I got some cables.
I need a long DVI cable.
I got a long DVI cable.
Perfect.
I'm pretty damn sure I
Yeah, I
do.
think that cable is just kind of going out or something.
Actually, I have.
I think it's a DVI to HDMI.
Oh,
That's
no,
what
no,
she's
no,
got
no.
right now.
I'm sorry.
But I'm wondering if there's some sort of issue with it going to that because it's a smaller card. It's just a RX 560, and you have to like unplug it and plug it back in, then it works.
Oh no! I was thinking display port. So
No,
no,
I need a long DVI.
But I
I
got
probably have one. If I can find my box of cables from the closet.
I got the adapters and shit. We can make it
I'm
work.
tired. What?
We'll get a record.
I'm exhausted.
It's Friday, man. It's the end of the day.
I am exhausted.
Tired.
Put Grandma on.
Grandma
She
left
already
us,
left.
Steve. Sorry.
Yeah.
Sure, he left.
All right. So Ike
She
says.
does have a lot of sassy things to say, though. If
Oh,
you'll
so
listen.
we keep her young here for sure.
Yeah, here you go.
we keep her young.
She's hung out with us too long.
Yeah.
So Debbie was saying one time that she would go out and hang out with her older friends who are her age,
At the Canes and Walkers, the K&W.
who are in their 60s now, right? And she just feels so old when she's with them, apparently. So, like, I guess we're keeping her so young and spunky, and she doesn't want to retire. She wants to stay
No,
here
no.
forever. So good for her. We keep her young. Ike says he's got ZB4 wired 2 ohm and wired to 2 ohm versus an RE. Oh, I can't tell you the differences there.
How's it going? Is there a gas leak in here? Me and Brandon just like yawned at the same time.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
can't
it's
stop.
tiring.
I'm exhausted.
So he's saying
I am exhausted.
that the ZV4 is
Ready to go to sleep.
killing it.
Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
I have a problem multitasking to the point where I can't read this shit while I'm doing this show. That's why sometimes
Why
I
not,
make,
Brian?
I don't know, I'm retarded, I guess. That's why I make
So like
Donnie-
Alex
say
Jones.
that.
Alex Jones.
Yeah. Sometimes I'm
You
retarded.
got to do your Alex Jones voice.
Maybe if you say
I'm
that-
not good at his voice. But I do believe a lot of things he talks about. That's my guy right there. Oddly enough, I haven't watched Alex Jones in probably over a year, right?
Sundown IPA.
And just recently I
that
started
would be
watching him
fun.
again.
Yeah?
Sundown IPA.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I do feel he's gone a little right wing more than he used to be. Because he used to be right down the middle and just talk about conspiracies, which was the shit that I enjoyed.
He ain't right wing. He's right down the middle.
But he's pretty to the right now. He's still a Trump supporter, which I'm not anymore. So shit happens.
Brian wants to be able to have as many nuclear missiles as he wants, so he's going to vote for Joe Jorgensen.
Exactly. I want to write on that.
I thought this was America. Where's Randy Marsh when you need him?
We're voting Simon Eichenberger.
right?
I would do that. Yeah, I would. I'm for it. I'm pro Simon Eichenberger.
Apparently that happened in Pennsylvania. Somebody was running for some governmental position in Pennsylvania, and he didn't even know that he was in the running.
That's
until his
amazing.
Mom told him.
That's amazing.
That's awesome. Thomas the Train. Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
they pulled a train joke on me today.
Threw his name in the box.
Where? What train?
They thought they were really cute. They
Did Kyle crush the can? He goes, "I'll show you a train later, Thomas."
So I'm sitting there minding my business, and they come walking into my room. There's like 7 of them just in a line, and they just make their way around my room to come tell me that we're going to lunch. It was really fucking stupid.
But you loved it.
No,
You did.
So
He's acting like he didn't love it, but he loved it.
I would like to give, and I almost
I
forgot.
love the pad thai. You were right.
Yeah, I told you.
You were just like, oh, you got to eat this pad thai.
It was really
I
good.
got in trouble for eating that pad thai.
What?
Uh-oh.
Oh yeah,
'Cause
carbs.
I'm
I'm
supposed to be on
on
that diet.
I'm supposed to be on a diet, but
Speaking of diet, good
now,
lord,
you
dude,
know,
I have been extra gaining.
I have
Look at-
evidence that
I
I'm,
just sit my gut right on this table.
as of
right
today,
here.
not on my diet.
Yeah,
It
but
builds character.
I want to give a big thank you to Patrick Kammer for coming here
Oh yeah,
a couple times.
they fixed
This-
my light in my office too.
Yeah, he came in
He also
here.
fixed some stuff in my house. That was awesome. Thank you, Patrick.
He
I still
came-
think it could be dark in here. I think you can turn like these lights off.
He came in
Just the
here
light of
and
the TV,
redid
yeah.
the lights. So we've got LED lights
Yeah, buddy.
that dim, and I've got them on the lowest setting right now. And then the light right above me shines on this wall Those are also dimmable.
Maybe that's why we're
and
so
they-
tired.
And they point on this wall.
That's the sleeping
the
gas that
lighting?
I pump in here. That's what it
There's
is.
all these new lights and all this new stuff. We gotta make content for all the new stuff. We're just sitting here like.
We're all burnt out. Anyway, like I was saying, Basehead Tees, they made a big decal that I'm gonna. Basically, it's a negative, so I'm gonna put this decal up here. I'm gonna hang it on the wall. And I'm gonna spray with spray paint the actual logo, Sundown After Dark, and I'm gonna pull the decal off. So it's just gonna be used as a what's that called? Stencil.
Better,
That
it
word.
better not be crooked, man. Like you gotta have.
Well, that's why he's gonna help
great.
me.
No, it needs to be crooked.
Just retarded looking.
13 1/4 degrees.
Right. I'll line it up with one of these lines right here. But anyway, that's why the lights point at the wall.
It's not gonna help.
It's okay, Steve Herman. I still like you. It's cool, buddy.
It's gonna be a heavy stencil. Might need
Yeah.
Kyle Rutherford's man hands.
Rutherford. But speaking of Basehead Tees, you gotta check these guys out. They make a ton of different apparel for the car audio industry, including Sundown Audio and Sundown After Dark. And if you go there and you use promo code After Dark, you get yourself a little bit of a discount and help out a local company. And they just had a baby
Yeah,
out
man.
recently, so it's good to throw some money their way.
Kyle's baby is totally wearing the Jacob Fuller Salt Bay onesie.
Oh, was it?
It's nice.
Oh, is he the one who made those, the Salt Bay shirts?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
His little cute baby is wearing it.
I got one of those. I haven't worn it
So
yet.
weird to see the baby's hands look normal size.
Yeah. Well, just wait.
I feel weird wearing a shirt with your face on it, by the way.
I stopped doing it.
Yeah.
I just put
I-
it away.
I'm just
You guys
gonna-
were wearing these things?
No,
all
no,
the
no.
time?
Yeah.
I never
wore
took
it
mine
like
out of the bag.
Twice. I wore it like twice, and I felt really weird.
I never took mine out of the bag. Just gonna
really,
keep it.
really
It might be extra weird if I wore one.
I'm gonna keep it just in case.
Don't do that to him.
If something ever happens
Don't
to Jake,
wear his face.
I've got it.
I did it twice.
Yep.
I'm gonna make you sign it. I'm gonna sell it on eBay.
It's okay.
Um,
Brett wants to come in on the show.
yes, Brett, you can come in.
Somebody get him a beer.
He just wants
All
to be
right.
on YouTube.
That's it. I gotta pee.
Did you lock the door?
You're going to make Brett panic now.
What's going on?
So Chevy Cash, is building a subwoofer wall difficult? Building a subwoofer wall is not difficult. Building one that's really good quality is kind of difficult.
218s and a Blazer. That'd
Yeah,
be
man.
awesome. You should be able to fit 4 in there on a flat wall.
So yeah, King Travis. Anything I can do to my stock? Are you referring to? Are you going to rebuild them to make them non-stock, or what are you going to do? Are you just?
Well, we only really have one other option for them, and I'll go ahead and mention that.
Yeah.
The so you can use a black spider, which is what was used in the ZV3s. It's a slightly stiffer spider than the orange one that's on there now. So it'll
Yep.
raise your FS
we can
a little bit.
We can also fit the SPL spiders on there.
Oh, that is correct as
Yep.
well. Yeah.
And we can put an 8-layer in there, which we don't do that often, but we can.
Yeah, the 8-layer is what we call the ZV3 1012 coil or the NS1 coil. It's very tight to the gap, but it still works. Still works for music too, so it holds a little more power.
Indubitably. A little bit more motor force as well.
Yep. Because it's tighter in the gap.
Toit.
Everybody likes a tight gap.
More winding density. There's Brett.
My son wants to
Is
be
the
on
door
YouTube.
unlocked? No, there he is.
Come on.
What's up, Brett? And here's our guest star, Brett Chamberlain.
Come on over here. He just wants to feel like he's famous.
Water?
What are you gonna do for us? Make funny faces or
Juggle something.
what do you got to say? What do you got to say for the world, Brett? You're speaking to the whole world.
The world.
What do you have to say?
Gun or anything, geez.
Nothing really.
Nothing really. You just wanted your face on the interwebs.
Exactly.
All right.
You gotta do something so
Thank
that
you.
you can be the main freeze frame for the video.
Yeah.
I've already did one of those,
Thumbnail.
unfortunately.
Sam, I feel like the stock
Brett?
U is pretty much perfect as for most people, yeah.
So yeah, my kids have to come to work with me because of Rona. The cool thing
The
is,
Rona.
thank God, because he's still in elementary school, right? So they finally are kind of pulling back a little bit. They're going to allow the elementary school kids start going back to school full time now, starting October 5th, I think. Are they doing that for here
Our
too?
kids are going, I think it's 26.
20
But the governor
Hey.
said that the fit, they can start putting back.
Donnie, you might know the answer. You might know the answer to King Travis. What's the MAP on the Compact Neo? Isn't it like 2,000 roughly?
It's
less than
$18.99
Yeah, I was
to
gonna say it's a little less
2,000.
than that.
Yeah,
I don't
and
know the exact-
actually I need to increase it because when I made that pricing was before the 25% tariff on the motors.
No shit.
So get it out. Get it out.
But the only thing the funny thing is most of the people that purchase those are team guys anyway.
Almost all of them, yeah. And we had another question. Thomas, son, you can't see the screen. There we go. Where are you? Sam, don't let Brett hear you say that about the ZV3, man. You have to fight him. You have to fight Skip.
Oh, is my head in the way?
Yeah.
Oh,
Big
sorry.
old.
I got
big
that
old
big ass
liquor
TV
head.
and you still can't see it. No, your head's good. Oh yeah, now it's not.
Hey, there's Aaron telling me to tune my AMG. I want to. I just haven't gotten around to it.
So what did you do? You put
to the drag strip either.
you put a different blow off
I
valve.
put
in
a
it?
blow off valve on an air intake so far. I do want to do the downpipe and the tune, but honestly, I've been too busy. I haven't really thought about it. And it's honestly fast enough for me. It's pretty fast.
It's quickens. I do like how it sounds when you hit the gas on that.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
It is entirely as fast as a moped.
I would do if it was me. If it was my car, I would put some kind of cool exhaust on it at least, because I like things loud.
I honestly love the exhaust. It's got enough loudness for me, but it's not annoying.
That funny little noise it makes when it shifts gears.
The bark.
Is that the transmission or is that the
That's the
actual
engine.
exhaust?
It's like when you go into sport mode, it does something with the timing that makes it make that sound. All the AMGs do that in sport mode.
And it almost sounds like you're braking it at first, right?
The first time I did it,
Yeah.
I bought the car used with low mileage, and so I didn't have the AMG salesman to tell me everything.
Right.
First time I did it, I was like, "Oh God, I just broke it."
Didn't read the manual.
No, I didn't. I was just driving it, and then I found out I went to Scotty's house, Access Power Scotty, and he had like a SUV AMG, and that sucker was doing it like crazy because I think it was like a V8. And then his wife has
yours is only a 4-cylinder.
mine's
isn't it?
4-cylinder, yeah.
Damn, that's fast for 4-cylinder.
It's damn near 400 horsepower the way it sits.
Well, that's awesome.
What is a slug bug build? Is that Volkswagen Beetle out there?
What's going on?
There's a random Kyle shows up for work.
There's a
And
boat.
first off, it took a few days for me to figure out that Kyle's actually here because this place is so huge.
Right.
There's what is a kayak or a canoe?
Yeah, just
and a
out there.
picnic table just hanging outside in the alleyway right outside of work.
Yep.
And there's like a really old like.
The picnic table's always been there.
No.
No, it is not.
There were two.
No,
of them over there.
no. Listen.
You mean the picnic table on the roof of Kyle's car?
You privileged people
There's
get to walk in up front. Your little key fob works up front. You make me go to the side and then a little more to like the back.
You
of
mean
the
they let you in the side? I need to get you a key card.
No. And
to
I
the
gotta
basement.
walk in. I gotta walk in this busted ass entrance where there's like rats fucking and things like that. Just this alleyway
There's
of
definitely
just
mold in that
shit.
one room.
And there's
Smells
mold
bad,
and
yeah.
then like whenever I
Smells
open
like
the door,
piss.
it smells like piss. Yeah, that's how I
does that have to do with the
arrive.
picnic
That's how
tables?
you guys get like glass and just like carpet and all that. It's
Hey,
just
is there a worse door that I can get Thomas access to? Like, is there?
That's the only door I can get in.
The
this
one
whole
with the picnic
fucking
tables.
place.
Oh, Donnie, you're talking about the wrong picnic tables.
I want Thomas.
picnic
I want
tables
Thomas
over
to
there.
come into the boiler room.
There's a
Is there a door
different-
to the outside there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
We're gonna change your key card.
You know,
All the wonderful like the lobby you guys get the I show up here and half the time the lights are off.
yeah, because they want you to turn them on.
So King Travis, honestly, if you had the space for the 4 U15s, they in most applications they would still be louder than the compact Neos versus 212s. Basically that sub is there when you're at the limits, and you need the loudest sub. Now,
Well,
it's like Steve does have a point. If you were just burping it like a high frequency or something, yeah, the two 12-inch compact Neos might even beat the 4 U15s. But if you're like a music guy, I wouldn't. But I know Steve's a music guy, and he's got those 18s in there. But he's a special case. He's put a lot of time into
That
it.
is scary.
And he's loud he's loud without a lot of power.
Yeah. Speaking of Neos, we've talked about this before, but those are built to order, and they're built specifically for your build.
Yeah.
We build them however you want. We just say don't play music on them because basically it has to do with the coils that we're using. They're stainless steel.
Here's a
former
stainless
coil.
former, but like Steve Herman there, He plays music, but he needs almost no power to play music at a 160.
We still, in all honesty, Jake, I know you don't want to do it, but we do need to come out with a non-stainless steel former for those. Just maybe like a dual one or like a dual half or some
I
shit.
mean, technically, you can put an NSV3 coil in there. You just move it forward about 7.5 millimeters.
Gotcha. Well,
But like that kind of
when
to me,
when the version 3 comes out, let's maybe work on that.
I probably will. But yeah,
You're doing a bigger gap on that one, aren't you?
it's. I don't want to talk about what I'm doing.
Okay.
It's a secret.
I have to park at the taint of this building. Like it's just fucking gross out that way. That's why I
There's
walk
like
in.
one random hanger on that little rack.
So did I tell you? Did I tell you? There's like these pipes. They lead to nothing. They're just random.
Yeah.
It's just these. It's just
It's
pipes.
the old air system
And
in the building.
and there's a gigantic. It took Brian like 9 months to notice this and to not living.
Yes, living into
yeah,
living.
living into this building. Being into this
I am
building.
alive in this
and
building.
then he looks at this. He's just like, man, look at this big ass pipe cleaner. It's like, dude, look at this thing. What did they use this for? And
Right?
It's like
Pipes.
look up.
It'd
and
be
there's
weird
like,
if they
there's
were
like
for pipes.
20. Yeah, dude, it'd be really weird if there was like 20 pipes above our head. They're like 14 feet apiece.
Right.
It was a really funny moment.
There's a lot of weird shit in this building that we don't utilize because we don't, it was from a different industry.
BRB.
But like, it was like, there's a lot of old pipes from the air system, like the compressed air system, because they had like just like our old building, they had a one big ass compressor that handled the whole building, and it just shot air all over the place. And then they had a heating system in the ceiling with like, it was like a oil burner furnace shit. We don't use that shit either. Donnie,
I almost fell asleep there for a second.
did I bore you?
I almost fell asleep.
Wow.
Seriously.
Good Lord. So what are you doing this weekend, Donnie?
New Deftones record's out. I'm gonna listen to that.
All weekend.
I've heard some
Probably.
people talking about that.
I like
Yeah,
Deftones.
I didn't know
I
they were
bought
still
it.
around.
I bought
Dude,
it.
they've been around since like '88.
And they've been the same people mostly, except for the bass player who passed away, and they got a new
Right.
bass player.
Oh
'cause he
yeah,
passed away.
it was like a
car wreck.
Car wreck,
He was
and
in
he
he was in
went
a
to a coma.
coma. He was in a coma
Yeah.
for like 5 years or something
It's
stupid,
terrible.
and then he passed
Yeah,
away
it was.
when he came out of it. Yeah.
It's
I
terrible.
like their.
But other
heavy
than that,
shit.
they're the same people since what like
Can you
early
imagine
90s.
dying and not knowing that you died?
He was awake. He was conscious when he came out of the coma. Then he passed away.
That sucks. When you're in a coma for that long. Do the girls know that we're recording a show?
They don't know.
Oh, so just like
Or care?
mariachi.
I was about to say they don't care.
Mariachi going out there.
Yeah.
Can you guys listening? Can you hear the mariachi?
I don't think they can because when
I
I put on
hope
my
you
headphones,
can.
I can't hear it at all.
I hope you can. I
could
want
hear
you to
it.
know
I got that mic turned off over there. So
what it's like.
Yeah, that's my whole weekend. It's gonna do
Let me
that.
try to answer these questions here. Andrew first. High QTS versus low Q. Generally, like a really high QTS is more of like an infinite baffle or really big sealed box. I try to shoot most of my drivers a mid QTS, like 0.4s to 0.5s. That gives you flexibility to use almost any kind of enclosure and a little bit broader bandwidth. You get to really low QTS, like the Neo, tends to be a little bit more peaky. Let's see here.
What's
When will this-
QTS?
That's the total Q of the system, combination of mechanical and electrical Q, which is basically the
Balls.
dampening of the motor.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, basically the lower Q is like generally like a really strong electrical motor, like
dense
a
motor.
Neo.
Okay.
Yeah. So let's see here. Salt 12, they'll be back early next year. Would it be too much power for 6 ZV5s? That should work pretty good. Let's see. Patent on this, the fast surrounds.
I
It's
feel like that's been going on forever.
Yeah.
3 years. It's they're still fighting me tooth and nail over that. Razor's Edge E-Series coax is in production. Should be here late this year.
So let's say I wanted to go with the E-Series coax for my system, is that?
that's a
Well,
down.
that'd
That's a downgrade from what you
downgrade?
have.
You've already got the SA set, yeah.
But the component set.
I was gonna say it'll fit.
We're doing
I feel like
we're doing an
pushing-
E component, right?
yeah.
So
I
E
was just
component.
curious,
E
'cause I could
component
just-
set for you. We'll have to do like some speaker rings. Get you some 6.5s instead because you got 5 1/4s.
Yeah. I was just curious because I heard we were doing the 5 1/4s for the E, and I was like, I just put those in. I don't have to do anything.
It would be a downgrade. Well, I mean, not much of a downgrade, but it would be a slight downgrade. And I think
I
that
was just curious.
for you need some separation, and we need to bring the the listening floor up to your dash more, because you're
They kind of don't sound right.
right.
Like right now?
We're overdriving them right now. Way overdriving them. Totally. So we need to bring something. We need to separate the.
We'll
the
talk about it
system.
later. Nobody wants
Yeah,
to
it's
hear
okay. No, this is okay because I got nothing to talk about anyway. So
We-
for
I'm
you,
I'm gonna fall asleep listening to talking about my
I
own
want
system.
to bring some more imaging in your vehicle, Donnie, so you can understand what that's about. And bringing that tweeter up to the A-pillar would be a big plus for you. So
But we gotta cut into that.
that's no problem.
All right.
We
It's
got
just,
this.
in your car, I think it's just plastic. Shouldn't be that hard.
Yeah. We might have to do like a little ring kind of to bump it out. And then you just use some cloth to kind of cover it all. We don't have to do any fiberglass or anything like that.
Okay.
Same thing with the door. Since you got 5 1/4, we might have to cut the hole out slightly, but we'll just use a ring to put a 6 1/2 in there. So
So-
we got more than enough room.
Can I do Neopros then?
We could do Neopro.
Oh, yeah. I'm gonna do Neopros.
I love the sound of the Neopros.
They're great. With that
But
sound
we'll do a
good.
separate tweeter though then too.
So let's see here, Steve. The V3 Neos, I think. I don't get too optimistic, but I think they should be about a dB louder. That's what I'm guessing right now.
Speaking of Neopros, there's a company, I might butcher it. I think it's called speakerpods.com or something like that. They contacted me and they wanted to basically get a couple blown speakers of ours. That way they can measure them up and do some pictures. But they're going to start offering
Can I do
Sundown.
Vex 10s?
Sundown.
Vex 10s.
Yeah.
I'm not doing.
Anyway, I think it's speakerpods.com. They're gonna offer Sundown related stuff on their website now. Once I
would be
get them,
even crazy.
once I
Heck
get them
yeah.
some products, they make some pretty cool stuff.
Wouldn't I have to
I
rebuild
wanna
like the
put-
whole damn thing?
I wanna
Yes,
put,
yes, you would.
I'm not doing that.
I want to put Vex 10s in my
Do you want another beer?
my bass guitar cabinet.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, dude.
I want you to do that. It would sound amazing, I bet.
I bet it would.
Can we do it here and we could jam together finally? Because it's been.
I'm not hauling all that shit.
Come on, dude. You've got multiple rigs,
No, not anymore. I sold them all except for the one.
dude.
Yeah?
Really?
Yeah, for real.
Well, we're gonna make something for you. Because you and I haven't jammed since
No,
we were.
I've got my main cabinet. My main
17?
cabinet's cool and all, but I'm just always like I'm a tinkerer. I'm always tinkering around. With
You
it.
and I haven't played musically together
tinking.
since we were 17, 18. Okay, that's what.
I'm not like a jam guy though.
Come on,
Just
Thomas.
like show up and be
Thomas.
like, play these songs, and I'll be like, okay.
Yeah.
And I'll show up 4 hours late and pissed off, but I'll do it.
We'll just fucking
see here.
make music, dude. We don't just shut up. All right.
King Travis, that box
Ah.
size sounds great to me. Vex 10, could you use it from 50? Oh, yeah, you definitely could. You know, playing it all the way down to 50, you're going to lose a little bit of mechanical power handling. You know, but then again, we're talking these PA guys are throwing like 500 plus watts
yeah.
at them. You know, I wouldn't throw 500 watts at 50 hertz on it. But if you have a moderate amount of power, sure.
Jam session. I'm bringing my drum set here.
Jam
I'm bringing my drum set here.
.com.
Okay, well, bring your damn drum set here.
And
I
we're
don't
gonna
care. I'm
fucking-
not.
I need
Don't
to
touch
lose,
my drum set.
I need to lose weight, and the only way that seemed to lose weight last time was when I was playing drums every day. Because it was like the only fun exercise I ever had.
Where are you actually gonna?
You know
put
where we have the
like
exercise?
dead ass,
like-
where are you gonna put
Do
it?
you know where we have the exercise equipment right now?
Yes.
In one of them rooms.
Have we talked about that picture of you?
I
from
just
back
don't
in the
wanna-
day where you were younger and you the.
I'd rather not talk about that since my son's watching.
Oh, okay, never mind then. I was gonna bring something.
Yeah.
up.
He's be like, hey, Brett, turn that off real quick.
Nah. Anyway, we got a jam, dude, and I don't want to hear shit. Okay.
Look at Steve Herman.
Make a music video, Brett says.
Hey, we
Why
could
is
probably
he-
get some pricing for you, man, if you want one.
So what's going on here? Wow, it's
Huh?
silent.
What? Oh, I was trying to read the comments. I was just focused.
Yeah.
Jake's falling asleep too.
Dude,
we're all falling
I'm good.
asleep.
Worn out.
I actually got a lot of sleep last night, which has
I
been
think
weird for
it's-
me
I
lately.
think it's the weather.
Hey, I'm going to publicly say this. Thank you for the bonus, Jake.
Yeah, man.
We've been
Thank-
kicking ass.
Thank you, Jake.
Yeah, man, you guys are
I
welcome.
We've
appreciate
been
it.
You
kicking
okay?
ass, and Mr. Fuller.
You guys got
he's a-
paid
he's
this
a-
week?
he's
Don't tell Thomas you get paid.
a good boss. Yeah.
Thanks, Jake.
What is it? Thomas is a WTF kind of guy.
Yep.
I don't know. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I kind of actually,
Thomas
Andrew, I kind
literally
of do like
hates everything.
15s.
Except for other people that also hate everything. Like
That's
that.
true.
I like 10s, 10s and 8s.
I actually,
I'm a small woofer
these
guy.
guys can vouch for this. A lot of times I'll build the first prototype as a 15 because I always ran a single 15 in my Jeep for SPL.
Yeah, and we still got that box we test everything in for a 15. The old Magic box.
Me and my brother built that in a woodshed that he had as property.
Who's Theo Vaughn?
We originally, this is a funny story. We originally built
Theo
it
Vaughn's funny.
for 2 DD 9510s before I made subs
Right?
at all. And so that was the first time that I had personally done a 150.
You built it for 2.
Well, he's a handsome guy. Thank
Then
you
we
very much,
we
Sam
cut the
Vaughn.
top off and put a plate for a 15.
Okay.
And the port was done incorrectly. We're not going to say how because that's what the magic part of it is.
Yeah. The calculation was like a little off, but it worked.
Right. Yeah. So Tom, he's talking about Theo Vaughn. Theo Vaughn is a comedian. He also has a podcast too.
I don't.
Pretty-
I just don't.
pretty
I
funny
don't
guy.
get what you say when you're saying he's a WTF kind of guy. I don't really know.
Hey, you're just like, what the fuck? You don't give a shit. Maybe no fucks given.
Like Cam Newton.
Based.
Like Cam Newton.
Oh yeah.
Salt 5 channel
All right, hold
also
on.
early next
Let's
year.
talk about this. 'Cause
We'll
you've
talk
been-
about the Bears.
You've been saying based a lot. Where the hell did this come from?
I read it.
When somebody doesn't give a fuck and they just do their own thing.
Thomas got a call from the base department.
The base department
That
called
is
me.
what you call
the Giga Chad
based.
came down from the heavens himself. He called me, and here's the funny thing.
Show him a picture of Giga Chad. Can you pull up Giga Chad, Brian?
Here's the funny
Do I
thing.
just type that in.
You know how it, like on your phone it says accept, decline. Both buttons said accept. I could only accept this call from the base department, and then
There's Giga Chad.
BASED, and there's the Giga Chad. That is not Photoshop. That is a real man.
Some of the pictures are Photoshop, but
Why are we looking at?
that's the guy that told Thomas based.
Thomas, why? What? Well, no.
No, that's
I
not
know
the
why.
dude. That's how do you compete?
You just.
That's Thomas's boyfriend right there.
How do you compete?
Look
Where-
at his jawline. Good lord.
We cannot. We cannot compete. But type base.
I actually thought that was fake when Thomas told me about that.
This guy does look fake. He looks
Oh,
like
and he hates the attention. He's a model, and like he knows he's a meme now, and he absolutely hates it. There he is with his 2 brothers, right there, right there. They've multiplied.
The Giga Chad family.
the Giga family.
His name is Ernest something.
His name's Ernest.
Yeah, he's Russian. He's Russian, so his last name I cannot pronounce.
Ernest had a hell of a jawline. He actually was a pretty strong dude. You ever see pictures of Ernest? He was a pretty ripped guy.
Ernest P. World.
Ernest goes to
Yeah.
jail, you know?
I forget his real name.
He got ripped in.
There it is on related searches. Ernest, how do you pronounce that?
Klokmanov.
Ernest Kochmanov.
All right, let's close this gay shit
Who's
right
that
now.
Yeah.
chick? Who's that chick right there?
No, let's just close this.
We do need
Okay,
to
so
close that.
Where's
Where'd
the
it go?
comments at? Where
you
the comments?
closed everything. I can't see anything.
Help!
We
Help!
need an adult.
We've been banished.
All right, where are we at here?
Sorry, guys. We went on a bit of a rant.
I want
of,
to talk to.
Based.
I'm going to talk
Based
to.
means you don't give a fuck.
I want to talk to AJ for a second here. So AJ, this is the thing. To me, I prefer to build more efficient products, and oftentimes, like when you go to a 4-inch coil, you basically have to have more power.
Jesus Christ, we
You
got
know,
so many more.
and if you're running
people.
like 2,000 to 3,000 watts, more than likely, if you go to 4-inch coil, you're actually going to get quieter.
Right.
You know, unless you go to something that's kind of like over the top, like the team, because with the team's a 4-inch coil, I think that's the point where a 4-inch coil really becomes necessary, viable, and beneficial. Like to me, it's not as beneficial if you don't have the power and you don't just want to dump the power. It doesn't really benefit the end user a lot, so that's why I haven't done it a lot. But I'm probably going to do a second 4-inch coil line, something a totally new line that we don't make right now, and like a smaller ferrite design.
Trying to do a mega roll on that, or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
different?
it'll be based on our platform and all that, but like it won't be a team. Like it'll be something a little small because it's all,
smaller coil.
you know. And to me,
Lighter
honestly, in 9 times out of 10, maybe 9.5 times out of 10, the NSV4 is going to be louder than that sub. But if you want a 4-inch coil sub from us, you know, I'm going to try to satisfy what the customer wants.
Well, we get these
Is
people.
it terribly in demand though? Like that there needs to be like another.
It's in demand for
version
people
of it?
that do a lot of big demoing.
I
and
get
they have
that. I get
all this
that
power.
question almost daily. Like they're like, "Hey, I want a 4-inch coil
See, like,
sub that's
when-
not a team
when
from
you
Sundown."
when you just said like we're doing another version of it, I'm like,
It'll be a new series.
Well, how about we?
accommodates that?
when
So
we-
will it be like a streamlined stock thing that?
Let's,
Yeah.
Let's do it with the Mega W when it comes out.
I mean, by the time I get it all done, hopefully those will be.
Can't wait till that comes out. By the way, Mega W.
Yeah, the company in America is like saying that they were trying to press one the other day. I need to call them up and see how it went.
So they're still trying.
They claim that they can heat press it, which I didn't think anyone could do because
God, I hope they don't watch this show because we talked some shit last time.
I mean,
Jake, you were like on a tangent last
I was
night.
on a
It was
tangent.
hilarious.
I was very upset.
The last show was like 2.5 hours. What happened?
we just it
we
just,
don't. We
it just
don't.
happened.
Let's not.
It just we had Kyle on.
So the
and
new
we got to
Deftones
drinking.
record.
What time are we at?
But
right
yeah,
now?
so
We're at about an hour right now.
yeah, man.
We can close
So
this off
yeah,
whenever.
those guys they're like, yeah, man, we can.
We got 50.
His
damn
name
episodes.
isn't not Chad.
His name is not Chad.
His name isn't not Chad.
People
He's
say
the
Am I
it's
having
not
a
Chad.
stroke?
Yeah, but not is
That's
not
what it says,
capitalized,
right?
so that's not part of the name. Like
His
not
name
Chad. His name is
isn't-
not Chad.
isn't-
It's not Chad.
It's just
It
a
isn't
Chad.
not Chad.
A
Isn't
Chad is a
not
variety
Chad.
of a person.
It's not not.
His name
not Chad.
isn't-
not
Whew,
not
I don't know if I can handle this.
not Chad.
Hey,
little much.
Steve said he bought a bunch of alcohol. Give him a break.
So his name is Chad.
Senor Chad,
The Giga Chad. Yeah.
the Giga.
Ernest.
How are we like all falling asleep?
Ernest,
man, I'm good.
and then like the viewers keep going up.
Ernest Kochmanov or whatever.
Chad. Balls.
His name is Robert Paulson. I like that
But
Fight
then,
Club
like,
reference.
But then we're like, sometimes we're like, talk to us, and it's like 10, 9,
Yeah.
2 viewers. They're in this building.
One of these days, I'm going to actually set up an itinerary
How do
for
we
the
have so
show
many
and
viewers?
do games.
Because we're awesome.
This show sucks. Like, what?
Yeah.
Hey,
I-
somebody
I-
call Kyle.
I met Meatloaf.
Oh, you know who died recently that you met that we used to talk about a lot?
Wilford Millie?
Yeah,
Yeah, he
man.
passed away.
Did you see that?
Donnie, tell the story.
I think we already have, but go for it, man.
Tell the Beatus.
Diabetes.
So
Liberty Medical.
Bring that mic
I-
up to you, Don.
Yeah,
Wilford
we wanna hear
Brimley
this.
called Donnie.
he called me a dumbass.
Yep.
So Wilford Brimley. So you guys might know I work at a horror convention.
Horror.
Scary movie
Horror.
convention. And,
Scary
and we got
movies.
we got Wilford Brimley, and Wilford Brimley has like a motorized scooter thing, and whoever was helping Wilford had left, and I had to go get him for a Q&A, and he's like, I need you to get my cart, and it was like over here,
His little scooter.
and I went over to get it, and I'm like, sir, I don't know how to
Get it
do
moving.
you just like, what do you do? Is there like, you just start up and you just gun it? He's like, just blah, 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 dumbass. And he called me a dumbass.
And not a lot of people can say that happened.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like that Family Guy bit where he's talking. He's like,
Who the hell did I hit?
It causes me to be short with my family, and it hurts when I pee. I hit my
Yeah.
wife, and then I find out my wife's been dead for 6 years.
Who the hell
Yeah.
did I hit? He was. He also told me I was opening a banana wrong.
Wow.
Yeah, you probably were.
He called me. I think he might have called me a dumbass
So-
because you don't open the banana from the
stem.
bigger the stem. I never knew that.
What are you talking
Most
about?
I still
people
do
you
it.
open it
I
the
still
other
do
way.
it.
Most people do.
You're supposed
Okay.
to
No,
open it the
that's
other
one
way.
of those. No, dude, just keep
wa-
away from
he
that
j- he
woke
just-
shit.
he just
That
got
is
done-
not-
Patrick.
It works 100% of the time with the stem. I'm tired of this shit.
just got
Like,
done-
oh no, you've been doing it wrong your whole life. Fuck you. You're not special.
He-
that you open a fucking banana ass end.
That's what happens when Wilford.
Brimley is kind of
Y'all have
special.
too much fucking
But he
time
dead
on
now,
your
right?
hands.
He is.
Yeah.
He did.
R-
He
R-
died like
RIP.
the other week.
R.I.P.
Wilford Brimley, like he's been 80 since he was like 40 though.
Yeah. Was it Rona that got him? Did he have Rona? He probably had it, or he probably had it.
He was actually-
Probably diabetes.
He was actually supposed to be at the
Probably.
show that got canceled because of Rona.
Yeah.
They were going to do like a whole reunion thing. God, I'm tired.
Damn it, Donnie, wake up! Get your Monster Java, man. Whew. So let's see here. What do we got here? What do we got? So Razor's Edge. Would a 3.5-inch coil work? So I've been doing a lot with odd size coils. You'll notice the new
Yep.
SA is a 2.75-inch coil. The U8 is a 2.25-inch coil, and I am experimenting with other coils slightly bigger than 3 inches, but not 4 inches. So yeah,
Big
that's
uns.
something I'm working with to try, because I want to try to. I don't want people to have to dump power. That's not what I'm after here. I want people to use as much power as necessary.
Yeah, because then you gotta upgrade your electrical system like crazy.
Right, and I don't see any reason for that. power is so cheap now. You see a lot of people they're like, yeah, I got 40,000 watts, so I need 4 subs that handle 10K. I'm like, or you could just put 5K to each one and turn it down. Your amp wouldn't be working so hard, and you'd be just as loud.
There's this. I can't think of the word.
Wow.
A stigma.
Yeah, it's like I have to have
You
more
have
power.
to use all the power that
I
you
have to
have.
more power.
Like me, I like to have a big amp, but I like it when I don't have to crank that sucker up.
It's called
funny,
headroom.
It's funny how people like when they call. I'm supposed to tell them to do the rated power.
Yeah.
And people are like, "No, I could do 3 times that, right?" I'm like,
Dude, all the time, every day.
How do you
What's
open
wrong
a
with it?
banana, sir? That's what that should be like. How do you open a banana?
they would put more power to it.
Yeah, put more
Hook this
power.
hammer to the banana.
I open a banana with a fucking power drill.
Chainsaw.
You don't do that. Didn't you know that's what our ancestors did?
Can you imagine like the infomercial?
I can't defend myself.
Can you imagine like?
Right now.
You imagine? Hey, you guys know an infomercial? It's always a white person that can't do
Yeah.
anything. Yeah. And it's like, have you ever tried to open a banana? And it's just like a white person just being like, oh God, no.
How do you fry it?
They got like a can opener.
Yeah.
Oh!
And then somehow their hand gets in the
No,
food
no,
disposal
no.
or something.
A pizza cutter. Like running along a pizza cutter.
You're wearing a cast.
They're just like crippled. This is what happens when you don't have the banana 2000.
Oh, shit.
I'm Wilford Brimley. I eat a lot of bananas.
Joey, there's no way that I can take your motors apart to do that. You'd have to like swap out to the V5s.
Yep. Which I'm sure he will. A couple people
Shoe,
will.
buddy. Wake
All
up,
right.
Donnie. Come on.
Well, let's go ahead and cut
No.
this.
I
I gotta go cook my kids
No,
dinner
man.
and
No,
shit.
just like, look, we're on a roll.
Yeah.
We're on a roll. We got 44 people in here watching us.
I gotta cook dinner
Not
for
supposed
my
to
kids.
disclose the amount of people that are watching.
I think it doesn't say.
They can see it.
They
Yeah.
can see it, but you're not supposed to bring it up. It's like one of the rules of
Can I have more of
broadcast.
this?
Yeah.
That's
Never
all.
mind. Never mind.
More of it is all that's left.
I had a splash earlier.
this thing. This.
This is a gift from Nick Wright at Criminal Radio.
Oh, okay.
I've been to Willett. Willett's a really nice distillery. They have a really nice tour.
Jake's just like giving it to anyone that walks into the room. He's just like, have some.
Is there enough for all of us to have a
No.
No.
There's literally a splash left.
No.
okay.
There's not.
Well, can I have another beer then?
Yeah, man. Just you go at it.
I can't reach
I'll
over
finish
there.
the splash.
My monitor's in the way.
Anybody just gonna finish the splash? I'll finish the splash.
Yeah, I'm trying to think about. There's like so many things I'm working on right now. It's like I'm trying to remember all of them.
You can have it. Yeah.
It's
I
not
don't
even
know
Thomas.
anymore.
Is it Thomas? Just like
That-
no, you deserve it. Here you go.
No, that's really good stuff.
I've
The
had some. I've
SDX
had
line
some.
was
It's
the
good.
was the
I've
newest
been
thing.
to
you've been
Willett.
Yeah,
working
man.
on.
We got all that
I've been
and all
there.
the new salts.
That's really good
Let's see.
stuff, and like I had my
Did we talk about the
share for every special
American-made
occasion.
amps and how American
Oh my
customs now
gosh.
went retarded on
I
it?
think we did. Like, I'm having issues. Because my engineering team for the U.S. made Amplifier is split between the U.S. and India. Some of the engineers are in India,
right.
and they tried to ship the boards that we had made here to India, and then like Indian customs stole them. So then we were like, oh shit.
For
So
ransom.
then we had a company in India make us some more boards, and then they tested them, and then they went to send them back here, and then U.S. customs has been dicking around with them for like months now, not wanting to release them.
I don't understand.
I don't know. I don't.
This
I was just
banana
like,
thing.
you guys tell me how much money I need to give you my amps.
You leaving?
No, I gotta go pee.
Just got a tinkle.
99 cents.
Hey, thank you. Oh my God! And there's a banana.
All right, what somebody asked a question a minute ago. They have X8 version 2s. They want to know if they went to V3s, they notice a difference. I honestly, yes. The V3 is significantly better.
What kind of
V3.
difference in sound and difference in
It's gonna have
competitive.
You're gonna have better sound quality, and you're gonna gain on the low end. Your top end might level out a little bit because the suspension is a lot more linear.
The V3 reminds me of the ZV4 motor. It's actually, I would say, it's got to be somewhat similar at least.
Mhm. No.
No, well, it looks like it on the
But yeah,
outside.
the X8 V3 is like, I feel like as good as you can get an
Oh.
8-inch woofer on a standard 8-inch
oh, hold
frame.
on a minute. I thought you were talking about XV3.
Oh no, just the 8.
That's what I thought
See?
you were talking about.
See, that's what happens when Brian doesn't
I
read.
thought you were talking about XV3 as well.
The X8 specifically.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Do we have a V4 in the works?
No. Like I was just saying, like I think
Ooh.
I'm pretty much tapped out on how good you can make an 8 on that frame.
I have a question.
Do it, Donnie.
X6.5s. We get a lot of calls about those.
Yeah, it's. I haven't made any progress. Because I'm doing.
But
not a thing anymore.
like another run of them is something that's going to happen.
I'm working on the V3. The V3 is a project that I had a prototype start to finish, and I wasn't satisfied with it, so I just discarded it. And I'm gonna start all over.
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt.
You're good.
Go ahead.
We're just talking shit about
So,
you.
John, if that was me, I'd probably do Nightshade 18s with the softer spider.
Did anybody else get the new Deftones record?
You got
Nobody buys records anymore.
You got people saying
I buy records.
that you eat the banana
albums.
You eat the banana from the ass end. But you see, you don't understand because the kids aren't all right, man. They're all into the butt things.
Yeah,
now.
dude,
They turn everything around, and like you've been doing it wrong the whole time. You got to eat the ass of it, and I'm just
I
like,
don't
no,
under- you know what?
No, dude, that's
Call
how-
me old fashioned.
No, that's how monkeys do it.
I don't
Monkeys
understand.
Do the ass end first.
They do. This is true.
So you got these kids.
Yeah, they're all about the butt stuff.
They're all
lately.
about the butt things to the point to where they take the most dick-shaped thing and they eat the butt of that.
No, monkeys do it, man. Monkeys
do a lot of things, Donnie.
Monkeys do it.
Monkeys don't build subwoofers.
Oh, but imagine if they did.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
but,
could say the build quality would look like some things I've seen on the internet.
See, that whole thing about the butt stuff, Thomas. You and I have been talking about this for a while.
I don't understand it.
These kids, and we'll call them kids. They might be into their 20s, early 20s. It's like everybody's talking about eating ass.
I'm pretty sure Nick Garcia is older than that.
The kids aren't okay, man.
I don't
'Cause
understand.
It's something in the water. It's the way they're telling me to eat bananas.
Stop eating ass. Just eat the things you're.
How hard is it to eat a banana? Did you know that you've been drinking a beer wrong? You're supposed to take a fucking one of these right here, and you just jab it in the ass.
I was gonna shotgun this beer from the ass.
Do it.
Thomas's podcast is going to be called Butt Stuff.
Butt stuff AM.
Hey, you heard of T-Pain? They call me T-Train.
Oh.
That did not get a raise.
There's another $1.
Thanks, Kendra, for the banana.
Bananas.
Oh, that banana looks different. Oh, never mind. It's the same banana. That banana's bigger than the other
We're
one.
all so tired. We're not even doing a show right now. This is all like
We are doing a show.
This is a dream.
I'm looking at 4 bald monkeys that build subwoofers.
We're not bald, we're hairless.
I got this new thing. Oh my god. Okay, so
Shaving
Thomas
your
isn't
balls?
hairless. Have you seen his back? Holy shit.
no. Like my stomach is really weird because my stomach is completely hairless.
Man.
After you finish this, I got a funny back hair story. But go
Do
on.
it.
Thomas,
Okay.
you ought to show them your stomach on the podcast.
My hair.
No, I'm not-
my hair is
not
also
doing that.
hairy.
But you see, I got like, what the fuck was I saying? You got me all derailed. Okay, so
Derailed.
So like my stomach, I'm getting fatter. Like quarantine has made me fatter. But like
Quarren bellies.
Here's the thing about
Thomas's stomach doesn't look right. It does not.
It does
look
not
right.
it does not look. It
'cause
looks.
we're not used to it.
It's alarming.
It's because we're not used to it, guys.
Maybe it's just an enlarged liver.
But I am what they call a
Liver.
a twink.
yeah.
Ooh.
A
In the-
small
In the
hairless.
gay community.
My gut looks like a.
Thomas just gets
Thomas, don't
thrown
call
around like a rubber chicken.
Don't call yourself a twink again, please.
You just did
Duncan called me a twink.
Because he's
because
gay.
he's gay.
Yeah. That's because he was hitting on you, I'm pretty sure.
Can you not say
You
that
also,
word?
Thomas has also never paid for a cigar at Duncan's. I've been going there every week for the past 2 years, and I pay more, I think, for my cigars. Thomas shows up twice, like, oh shit, that guy right there.
It's on me. It's fine. It's fine. So like my gut is like it's growing at an alarming rate. Like I'm starting to fill out, and I got like the whole dad bod thing going on. But if I lift up my shirt, it's like a raw piece of chicken, just smooth, and there's nothing. So like I need
It
some.
looks like something out of a Ridley Scott.
He does, yeah, it does.
Eat some Just for Men for your gut.
So my wife doesn't know I'm doing this, but if
She's gonna know.
if she listens to this, she's gonna find it out. Okay, I was also very insecure about my facial hair. Now I just don't care. But she had got me some beard oil, and for like a little bit, I was putting it on my face, and I don't know if it's like making it grow more. I don't know, but it did make the hair darker, more noticeable, and it was
Okay.
always going the same direction.
Might have to give that a shot.
I just ended up trimming my beard off. I don't, no one on this show watching had ever seen me with a beard. But like, it's all trimmed. It's all. But I've started putting this stuff
On your gut?
on my stomach to see if this will do anything.
Oh,
Hey, we have $5 to show your belly.
Show that hairless
Show
stomach.
it.
Nah,
Thomas, I will give you the $5.
I don't care.
I'll show
I don't
mine.
want it. I
I'll
don't
show
give a
mine if
shit.
you show yours.
I'll show mine. I don't care.
If we all
Hans,
do it.
remember
If
that?
we all
Remember
do
that
it.
one
all do it,
time?
I'll show
Remember that
my
one
gut, I
time
don't
we talked about doing a
we all
show
do it, I'll
hairless
do
or
it.
doing a show shirtless and
Yeah.
not saying anything?
do it.
No, it doesn't look right. It's just like
So we got an actual audio question. I am working on the NS8, which I did talk about earlier,
It's past 5 o'clock.
I got a
Jake.
back hair question.
and I will do a Z8 as well.
There's a lot of
Dun, dun,
eights.
dun.
Every series is gonna have an 8. Pretty much.
Yeah, except the
Did
teens.
you see this thing? Look at. Have you or one of your loved ones been harmed from opening a banana? Call 1-800-BUST.
That's awesome, Thomas. You got to do it. You got to tip,
Yeah,
man.
We got monies on
If
the
everybody
line.
does it, I'll do it. I don't care. I get nothing to hide.
I'll show you. Like their stomachs look right, mine don't.
It doesn't.
You
look
got to
right.
you got to subscribe to my OnlyFans
Thomas,
for that.
because we've been
Doesn't look
working
right.
on our guts for a long time. You just started getting a gut. Okay,
Yeah.
Ours. I've been working on mine for at least 15 years.
All right, Experienced guts.
What camera do I do it to?
That one right
Are we
there.
Look at this.
all doing it? Or just
Oh, and then Nathan walks by the second I'm about to do.
That would have been perfect. You just stood up and just pulled your shirt up.
Look
for
at
this.
this. Look at this. Look at this. I don't care. I don't care.
There you
Look
go.
at that thing. Oh my God, it's not.
Oh yeah, we gotta get you
There's
some
something-
Rogaine.
See, there's like
There's
little-
something wrong with
there's
it.
like- There's like two hairs.
It's not
We gotta get you some Rogaine on that bad boy.
You're not even showing it, are you, Brian?
Yeah, I am.
I can't see it.
Yep. See, there's a.
Oh, there it
delay
is.
on
There it is.
Yep. Good. Thank you,
Everybody's
Thomas.
blinded.
What's up, Nathan?
Nathan is just staring confused. There's no context for this. It's just like that's what happened.
Come on in.
Showing our guts. Sit over, Nathan. Sit over here.
Hey, I'm gonna let Nathan take this question. Nathan, what do you think about Andrew's question there about tuning enclosure to FS?
What's your goal?
Hold on, Nathan's a smart man. We're gonna let him take this question.
There was a mic right there. You could have used it, but anyway, go ahead.
This
Sit
is
down.
what I say here.
Sit down.
I'm tired.
I'm gonna start sitting just with like a little bit of my. I've actually been planning this for a long time. Just I'm gonna cut my shirts or something to where I just sit like this, and it just makes everyone, just.
I think we're all weirded out the fact you don't have any
guys.
hair, so we're gonna get you some gut Rogaine.
I've
We're
been,
gonna make it happen.
sorry, honey. I've been rubbing the beard oil
I got a lot of hair.
on my stomach for
I've been missing that
like a.
Thai food. That was good.
Oh, the pad time.
Oh yeah.
It's a good thing you took it.
Bring that
Oh,
mic
yeah.
up to you.
Maybe they're eating it right now. I'd been in the fridge. Well,
So yeah, we'll let Nathan talk about that FS tuning question here.
You don't have to put these on. We'll just put them there. But talking to that red light there, bam.
Here we go.
okay,
It's
what are we
coming.
doing here?
So he wants to know about tuning your enclosure to the FS. Now, in my opinion, you want to go a little bit above or below FS.
BRB.
Or is it above FS? Yeah. Go ahead.
Well, are we talking about for SPL or are we talking about for
Let's
music?
talk. Let's talk music.
We'll have him clarify.
Where are we looking here? This is all new to me.
Did you get the
Where
new
was?
Deftones record?
Where is that question about the FS? Oh, right here. Right here. See that?
I don't see. Oh, I see. That's where we're at. Dude, my eyes are so bad I can't see.
I noticed our viewers dropped when I did that.
You want to talk to that red light?
Talking to that red light? Okay, let's see.
And this ain't even the gayest thing we've done.
No.
Jacob should make an OnlyFans for prototype subs and amps. That's what I'm saying.
Yep. We should.
And can put Kyle on. Can put Kyle on his OnlyFans.
I'm throwing this away.
So,
No, don't throw that
do
away,
you think
Jake.
it's best
Actually,
to tune
he
an enclosure
really likes that one,
at FS?
even though it's broke.
Mm,
Wow, it's it's broken than it
It's broken. Yeah.
Can
I'm
you
sorry,
read it to
Nathan.
me? I can.
He's. Do you think that it's best to tune an enclosure at FS to the right, to fight the natural impedance curve of the subwoofer?
I don't believe you should really fight the impedance curve at all. I don't think the impedance curve is your enemy. I think the impedance curve is not, especially for music, is something that saves your subwoofer. I like Rise. Everybody hates Rise. I like Rise. I just
It's natural.
yeah,
Dude,
it's
this
there for a
thing's pretty
reason.
busted.
But I'm not saying you want an incredibly large amount of rise, but I
told you
wouldn't
to.
tune at FS, no. But I'm not worried about rise. I would rather build an efficient enclosure that needs less power anyway, so you have a more reliable enclosure, so you're not breaking it all the time, and then you give up on car audio because it's always broke.
Yeah,
if you're building
Trailblazer was something.
if you're building an enclosure, let's say a single 12, and the FS is like, let's say 30 hertz, where are you going to tune your enclosure to?
Hello.
Yep, we're live.
I'm doing Sundown After Dark, apparently.
Yeah, man.
I'm supposed to be helping you load the trailer.
Ask them if they
They're
got the
over
new
there loading the
Deftones record.
Did you get it started loaded?
We're getting the whole phone call on live.
Yeah, just put it on speakerphone. We'll hear
Is
the whole
this
thing.
legal? I actually don't think this is
Okay.
legal.
What?
I'll be there.
Like recording phone calls.
Nathan's like driving into
We-
Mexico,
we
then he's
can't-
driving to.
we can't hear the other
where else
side.
were you
I've
going?
got to go. They're mad at me now because they were waiting in the warehouse for me.
All right.
Just
I
answer
flew
this.
here, but I'm driving back
Answer
to
this one
Mexico.
question.
Then I'm driving from New
God
Mexico.
damn it!
to
I just
Boise, Idaho,
googled
and
what
from Boise back to New Mexico. All
Nathan's
how do you
on
say
the
that?
go constantly. Real quick, Nathan, before you
Dirty
go.
South Wookie.
30,
I just
30
googled
hold,
that.
Thomas, shush. your subwoofer FS, 30 hertz. Where are you tuning your enclosure to? Musically.
I don't like to tune below 30 ever, but I know the new age thing is to tune as low as you possibly can and play 10 hertz. But
Don't you want to tune? Isn't there a saying that you want to tune 4 to 5 hertz above FS?
I am a fan of tuning above FS,
Mm-hmm.
but everybody has a different approach, and I don't think there's a bad answer. The only thing I worry about with FS is how if the suspension's really soft. If you got a really soft suspension, I worry more about if I'm going to mechanically reach the limits of the speaker
Right.
more than the actual the speaker itself per se. I just
Gotcha.
don't. If it can bottom out, then it changes things. So it depends on the mechanical limits, but. I gotta go. They're mad.
All right.
They're probably
See you,
getting mad
Nathan.
right now.
We'll
Have a
see you
safe
next
trip,
time you
man.
come. Have a good trip. Hey,
Have a good trip, David. See you, buddy.
Thomas, can you turn that knob? The
Oh,
Yep, there we go. There we go. There we go. I noticed it was getting smokier in here. Thank you, Patrick Cameron, for putting in the knob. But
you
sometimes
see
I
how
forget to
hard
turn
it was for two grown and able men to do that?
Like my cord is like ending.
Anyway,
One and a half able men, I think Thomas
One
is.
and a half.
Thomas looked and turned.
There was an attempt.
So I think he's. I think Aaron is talking about the dude out of the guy's stomach in Total Recall there.
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce that though.
Yeah, man, it's all good.
Wait, you know his name is Aaron?
Yeah. That's the
Fuck
guy.
you, Aaron.
Which Aaron is that? I forget.
Zook.
Oh, I thought his name pops up when he's on here.
Hey, he sent us stuff.
No, man.
Oh, you know what? I still have.
Why'd you
the-
send us, Aaron?
I still
Send
have
us a whole bunch of
I still
stuff.
have the DS18 and a bunch of other
You
shit.
may
us-
still be cool.
I still
Sent
have a
us
bunch
whole
of.
box of stuff.
I've got a bunch
Box
of
of
stuff
stuff.
that people sent us.
Next thing
that
you know,
I need to put in this
you'll be
room.
like, he was on the show.
You talked to him, Thomas.
Like, y'all were great.
In all honesty, even though it's a different company, Aaron, if you are in North Carolina at some point, you're welcome
Yeah, bro.
to come up here and
Come on in.
come on the show. You've been here a couple. Well, not to the new shop, but you've been up here before. You know you're welcome.
Yes, sir.
So come on up. I also got to get Second Skin here.
Yeah, man.
I was just talking to them.
Sturgeon. We remember his name now.
Yep, Sturgeon and Eric Zook or Zook. It's a different Aaron. It was spelled differently. Anyway, was talking with them. They are still a little weary about come up. They might come during the non-official unofficial finals that we're gonna have.
Okay.
If they do, then we'll do a show then. Also, if you guys watch, oh shit, Saab Kyle or Kyle Saab on YouTube. I forget. I think it's Saab Kyle. He's a big YouTube guy. He fixes cars. He did a system with Sundown, and he did it with Ben Lineback from Extraordinary Audio, and they will be on the show at some point.
Heck yeah.
within the
We
next,
should talk about the guy that did an enclosure with a pumpkin and put our woofer in it.
I didn't know.
Oh
I
yeah.
didn't see that.
I forgot about that.
There's a guy on YouTube who does enclosures with pumpkins.
Like actual pumpkins?
Yeah, dude. And he put an essay in it.
Did it
That's
not
cool.
explode as soon as it?
No, it didn't. It actually would flex and move.
I sure do like pumpkins, Cotton.
And Steve wants to
It
get
turns
Dan
out
back on the
we've
show.
been carving pumpkins wrong our whole lives.
So
Did
Steve,
you
yeah,
know
could
you're
you-
supposed to do
Oh
it from
no,
the
we've been peeling bananas wrong. We've been carving strawberries.
I knew that would get a
Just
reaction.
fuck off.
Just use a jigsaw and call it a day. That's what I do.
So yeah, look at Sam. He's like he wants to be on here with RP and Hank. That'd be
Fuck yeah.
Hank is like the world's biggest
That
troll.
would be a long
I'd love
show.
to have. We got to have a spicy eating contest with Hank though.
Mayonnaise. Just bring mayonnaise. Peppered
I
mayonnaise.
want Hank to have some pad thai.
He's not going to survive.
So, I would be awesome to have those guys
And
on
then
here.
Steve wants to come on the show.
Yeah. Yeah, Steve. Okay, so Steve was on the show one time, and that
Yeah.
was one of the ones I lost.
Steve looks like he actually looks like Steve Carell, and I didn't know this until he pointed it out.
A thinner, more fit
Then,
Steve
then I was
Carell.
like, "Holy shit, you do look like Steve Carell! How did I not know that? I always know
He
when
has
somebody looks like a celebrity. Usually,
He has a beard now, and I didn't recognize him when he came up to me at the Sundown show. He was like, "What's up, man?" I'm like, "Hey, dude, what's all about with you?"
what's up, bro?
He has like a beard now.
Beard life.
I think I was drunk though.
I didn't used to have a beard. Now everybody's like talking about it.
I'll be honest with you, Jake. It's been a couple years. I still don't particularly care for the beard, but it's your face.
It hasn't been a couple years yet.
You do your
It
thing.
will be a couple years in November.
But I think I personally enjoy the Jake without the beard,
Yeah, you know,
without the big beard. You do so, you used to have your hair kind of like mine,
I had like a little thing here.
but I've been doing my hair like this since I was like 16.
So this all started just because I had a new baby and I was like really tired and I just never shaved it.
right.
And then I was just like, yeah, YOLO.
Remember one time I shaved my mustache because I was sick of like food and getting caught in my lips. And Jake looked at me. He's like, "You don't look right. You look stupid."
Yeah.
But it's that's what you do.
Yeah.
Like,
You
your
look
mustache
look
has
like
got-
you didn't feel good, if that makes sense.
So it
I
was
felt
like a
great because
it was
mustache
no, it was a weird look for you, dude.
That's because you're so used
I'm
to.
about comfort.
Remember when I shaved my mustache and everything? Like
Yeah.
when I
No,
was
that
about
was
a year
not
ago.
okay.
I look like a child.
Oh, when Jimmy
Like a
does it, it's
weird
the
child.
worst.
He looks like the operation guy when Jimmy shaves.
Yeah.
the operation guy.
I look like I have a very small mouth, and I just look weird when I
I wonder
shave
if people
my
watch
facial
this like after.
Thank
the
you,
fact.
Sam. Now I'll never shave it.
hair.
So Kyle, what's the best spider for daily demo play? Honestly, it depends on your frequency range, Kyle. Like if you're playing lower, the black spider is the softest out of those. And we don't make the yellow spider anymore, but it's a little stiffer than the black, and then the red is the
Excuse
stiffest.
me.
You should put
So-
a brown spider on a
So
night
if
shade.
you wanted to, say you're playing in the 40s, that's when that red spider is going to kick in for you. And if you're playing in the 50s, that's when you want the red SPL spider. But I feel like most of our customers are doing in the 30s, and
Tons
that's
of
where
power.
you're going to want the black spider.
Yeah, especially if you're running shit tons of power too, you stick with the red spider. Which everybody wants to put double power on a nightshade anyway.
Or triple or quadruple. Or more.
All right,
Yeah, man.
let's go ahead and cut this.
Are we cutting it?
Yeah, we're
Oh,
gonna. I
man.
gotta go cook my kids
All
dinner
right,
and shit.
yeah.
The kids got to go do the butt thing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go
no,
listen- listen
no,
to
they're
the
not that
Deftones.
old enough. Just shut up, Thomas.
No, I mean
not my kids.
not
okay?
not.
My kids are good kids.
He's not.